Julius, first and foremost, blatantly so, radical. Not everyone's cup of tea. You understand? Not everyone likes their coffee with milk. You understand? That's the type of person he is. Now, I want to comment on what he's saying here.
Yeah.
And what he's saying here. We have this thing, you understand? The truth hurts. The truth hurts. The truth is a matter of emotions, you understand? This is why when we're speaking, we need to make sure we're speaking to people's souls. And he speaks to your souls while ripping your ears off at the same time.
Okay.
There was nothing or no hint of lie when he said Ramaphosa told us that he will not be bullied.
Yes.
There was no hint of lie. In fact, we were eager to watch that meeting. I like to call it a hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hearing because he was there to explain himself.
Yeah.
More than anything else. You
True.
understand? So he went to that hearing, and the machismo that he spoke of, that I will not be bullied, we will not be bullied, and when I get there, I am going to tell Donald Trump that you must remember what your people have done to the Native Americans.
Yeah.
We were waiting for those things.
Yeah.
Nothing came.
What if he did it behind closed doors?
He could have.
And so that's why Trump was probably more chilled in front of the world eyes.
He could have. But he could have then told us that, remember, I said I will tell him.
Yeah.
I did.
You wanted
understand?
that confirmation.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
We don't have to have seen it, but you understand that
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
And really, man, what Julius Malema, excuse me, what Julius Malema is saying here about having a coward president, this is the modern day culture now. This is the modern day culture.
Yeah.
Say 15 or so years ago, we would not be so abrupt about our insults to authority.
True.
I blame it on Elon Musk's tavern. That's what I call X.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where, in the past decade, I realized that an average person has access to a president to that level that the president can post a video or whatever, and then someone can just say, you are mad. You are there and we are hungry here.
True.
You understand? So that culture of speaking as he's speaking, he's always been aggressive.
Yeah.
He's always been aggressive, not so purposefully insultive. My point is that he would have not necessarily said, you have a coward president. He's already inferred that he said he would do something and he didn't.
Yeah.
Saying he's a coward, you are really doubling down on you saying he said he's going to do one, but he didn't do it. Going further, that's the radicalism that I'm speaking about when I'm saying he's not everyone's cup of tea. I think he has seen and been through so much within politics that he has to remain the same character in all layers of his life.
Oh,
You understand?
he can't change
He
otherwise.
can't, because
yeah.
then you will have his guard down. And instead of having your guard up, you need to have one character. What I'm saying is that the person that is sitting here next to the gentleman and the ladies here, the person that's sitting here is the same person that is sitting with the madam in the house, the same person that is sitting with the kids, the same person that is sitting with the ambassador.
Yeah.
The tone, nothing changes. Only the language changes when I'm speaking to Africa, but it is the same person.
Yeah.
So the point is that in order to be one person in all aspects, hence I was able to say that I don't think President Ramaphosa went for a meeting, he went for a hearing. This is how I speak to Africa. This is how I speak. So I feel that he becomes more and more radical as time goes. And now there is competition, and competition is too stiff up there in Burkina Faso.
Yes.
You must remember the vision.
Yeah.
You must remember the vision of one Africa. That's the Pan-Africanist vision that both these men have.
Is it also because our brother there in Burkina Faso he's a militant, he's a soldier. Soldiers take instructions, follow instructions. He went through the ranks. He became the general. Therefore, he's able to pass on instructions that will be followed by generals within. I mean, we see it with Paul Kagame as well. He's also a former military head. We've seen it with the former Botswana president before Masisi, the one who was chased out Ian Khama. He was also a general. So I think that if you have generals or soldiers, they can inflict a lot of authority, but they can also go rogue.
True.
So on one end, they can go hard on good or hard on negative.
Yeah.
South Africa, I don't know, but Ramaphosa was also apparently he was in Mkhonto Wesizwe. I don't know if he rose up the ranks. I don't know a lot about that, but can we really think that South Africa we can have that sort of line of leadership if they don't have that sort of ground root?
I think right now this is why we are so divided. This is why we are so divided. In fact, even in the very same rally, Julius Malema was saying that there's no unity that's going to come between Umkhonto Wesizwe and EFF, regardless of the fact that they were painted with the same brush by Donald Trump in the Oval Office. We are still scattered because we are still trying to find the kind of leader that we truly want. Right now we are going with ideologies. We've gone from Mandela. We cannot have another version of Mandela. We must get over that one. It's a character-based thing, this thing. Thabo Mbeki came more diplomatic, more poetic. We can't have another one. We can't have another one. Jacob Zuma came. Jacob Zuma is always a bundle of joy. That man loves to dance and sing. He sings different songs, of course.
Yeah.
And then we had the Tumamina era with Ramaphosa. Let's give a business person a chance, you understand? And so we are still trying to find a character who's going to be our leader, not a president. Those ones, they always come. Whether we like it or not, a president will come. But we're still trying to find a character. And what I believe, especially with the controversial Kill the Boer song that Malema loves so much, much of the population is really not happy with the song. This is what from observing. They're like, no, we know, yes, we know. The Constitution says it's cool. We get it. You understand?
Yeah.
But I would like to believe, I stand to be corrected. I like to believe that there's a sense of unease. But it also comes down with the byproducts of neocolonialism. Remember, the main part is that the old will die and the young will forget.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
You
deep.
that's a
understand?
power.
Therefore, you are now shocking the young. They have forgotten about that song. They've forgotten the relevance of it. Because they are dealing with relevance. Remember, we scroll. We are 15 seconds people now. We scroll. We don't even take an hour to read through in one subject, understand? So you are shocking them now. It's like out of the blue. No, we don't want to. But no. It's not literal. It's a chant and so forth. Now there's to be a whole explanation. It's like in comedy. I'm not a comedian, but I've watched enough to hear and agree with them when they say, if you have to explain it, then it's not funny.
Yes.
You understand?
True.
So now, if you have to explain that this song constitutionally, what, then people are not really vibing. We know, we get it. We get it.
Absolutely, man. If you just tuned in, our guest is Rabbie Wrote, and of course, he's a man of many talents. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, there's a white man that I want to play his clip. He's been causing a whole lot of attention on social media. So let's do that quickly. When we come back, we'll talk about it just now.
4 questions. Here's the first one, and that's why. If the why is powerful, the how is easy. Now, here's number 2. Why not? You've got to stay here till you go. I mean, what else are you going to do? Now, here's number 3. Why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you? My very last question on the questions to ponder is why not now?
This is Vulgar Man's Radio.
Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Incredible. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is what are you becoming?
Get ready to elevate your style. Elevate your life. Join Uncle Zach every Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. on Bogart Man Radio for the Gentleman's Club. Tune in for the Gentleman's Garage, the Style Studio, the Executive Edge, and the Wellness Wrap with Tabang on sports updates and Rihanna Sali on healthy living. You'll be the most informed and stylish gentleman in the room. For the Gentleman's Club.
Welcome to it. This is the Gentleman's Club with Uncle Zach and the team. And we've got our guest right here, Rabbie Wrote. And of course, he's a man of many talents, talking to us and sharing with us his experiences and, of course, his knowledge around the issues that really affect us as a country, as a world. And right now, there's a young Boer Afrikaner, Laiti. His father is actually a man. Actually, let me play the clip and then we'll talk about him afterwards. Let's take a listen.
The revolution failed, and now we are all being programmed into one large working class, whilst the rich watch. The people were promised land, dignity, and wealth. Instead, we got slogans, shacks, and corruption. Apartheid ended, but the system didn't. That evolved. The poor are poorer, and the middle class is drowning in debt, fuel, and school fees. They don't need to shoot us anymore. They've made us dependent on a new type of system. Work, consume, and die broke, no matter your skin color. Black, white, colored, and Indian. Doesn't matter, the same bank owns your house, and the same corrupt minister steals your tax. This isn't freedom, it's economic slavery on Wi-Fi. Honey didn't die for this, and Biko wasn't tortured so you could Uber Eats and shut up. We were meant to build a nation, but instead we are stuck in a system that keeps us divided. That is why July 1st we are walking across Africa for unity, dignity, and purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, wake up. They do not fear the poor, they fear the awake.
That's a, it's actually this, when they say don't shoot the messenger, this is one messenger who has been spilling beans about Afrikaners, apartheid, and colonialism. He's just been educating people. His name is
Peter.
Peter Kriel.
Yeah.
Peter Kriel. Apparently his dad, AfriForum?
Yes.
Is it a contradiction? When they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but this one looks like it fell very far from the tree.
What this
Right.
so
So build the
apple
man.
did, the seed germinated with a different plant.
Yeah.
Came a pear or a different color apple.
Come on.
This is a
He
situation.
probably met a black chick. You never know.
That's how he got to be,
He was
progressive.
yeah.
I think, man, this is a situation of like, think of a typical struggle hero or heroine in our fight against apartheid. apartheid, whose father
Welcome to it, man. Welcome to it. Welcome to it. This is Bogart Man Radio. And of course, I'm so excited to be here. And oh my goodness.
Whose father was a police officer. This is that situation. Because remember, back then, how we viewed police officers, because they work for who? The system that is putting us down. It means your father, if he finds you in the streets at 9 and your past said you are not supposed to be there, he is supposed to arrest you. You understand? So this is like another version of that. What Peter has done, he has learned all that he was indoctrinated with, but he saw it from his own perspective. Because he says that, no, man, here's the thing. When we are raised, we are told that we are superior. We are told that the black people, they are dangerous, they are savages. We are told this. You understand? And so he grew up knowing all of that, but he learned it enough to see beyond the veil that all of them are, sort of, I can't say all of them, but most of them are kept behind. To believe that the savages of the land, the natives, are dangerous. You have to always be one step ahead of them, and don't hesitate if you need to do anything to defend yourself, even if you don't feel threatened, whatever the case might be. And he decided, like, nah, I don't think my dad is on the point. He's not on the money. And he did his own research. This whole thing of do your own research. This is important. This is important. You know?
It goes back to what we spoke about earlier. Studying and knowing self. Having a source to go to. The majority of these issues that are attacking the communities and the culture and the global people, black, white, or other, are just distractions. There's no such thing as colors. I've never seen a color put on a jersey and kill a man or a woman. I've seen an idea behind a man's actions kill a people. So when you look at this nature and behavior, I even look at the issue with, which you spoke about a little bit ago. Peter carries spiritual truth. So let's not degrade or separate that from the root of the tree that he is. His soul comes from a different time. He's been sent to do this. The other pieces, in the States we have what I call plantation fights, where you get two big, strong black men beating each other to death for master. When I look at President Ramaphosa with great respect, and I look at the wonderful leader of the EFF with great respect, I wonder what the plantation master has set up for the trick in the trade. Both of these men are fathers, husbands, if you will. They're elders. They're acting as barbaric as Trump. I don't see either of the three of these little boys with big toys carrying themselves as men of the people of life. So what we have now is a bunch of greedy little selfish boys with the age bracket of
believe that
ancestors in the studio right now. We have our guest ancestors in the studio right now. We have our guest. I want to tell you about this man before. Okay, so his name is Rabbie Wrote, right? So his work spans politics, journalism, poetry, and digital storytelling. He's currently serves as the media advisor to the ambassador of Palestine to South Africa. With a career grounded in media, diplomacy, and public engagement, he brings a sharp political lens to every platform he occupies, whether advising on campaigns, hosting events, or analyzing current affairs. Rabbie's journalistic voice has found a home in both print and digital spaces, where he's tackled some of the most pressing socio-political